So there's this ongoing beef between Larry Madowo and Transport CS Kipchumba Murkomen. And the argument is over JKIA, where Larry is accusing Murkomen of not maintaining or improving the state of our international airport. And Murkomen clapped back with these words. Here's how the beef started.
JKIA, first of all, I'm happy with the progress so far with the JKIA reform processes. Of course, you haven't called me again about generator and blackout. But as I told you, this is very old facilities. And these old facilities require now a massive overhaul. For a long period of time, we've been patching. For example, the runway lights at Wilson gave in the other day when it rained heavily because these are lights that were buried under the soil. They didn't have the ducts that are used for putting cables because very old. So we had to repair them the other day. Runways at the Wilson, for example, still needs a lot of, including taxiways. In the JKIA, the same. This is massively dilapidated infrastructure for a long period of time. By the way, I saw one of your friends taking videos at the airport and saying, "Oh, you know this airport?
It was flooded."
No, it's raining on people when they exit." And you know, I was laughing because Larry was with us in the country for the last 50 years when that airport was like that. But suddenly, because he lives now in Maju, his eyes are opened and realized that there is no shade in when you exit JKIA. And
but it's a fact.
It happens.
No canopy, right?
No, it happens to all of us when we travel because those questions should have been asked for the last since 1978.
Okay. The publicity in Kenya Kwanza is just exceptional. Anything wrong that happens, not my fault. It's those other guys. Anything, any and everything. Like it's the perfect camouflage. And it's the same script from their leader, President Ruto, to Nakimencha. Like everyone, that's the script. I won't take any blame, even for things that I'm doing wrong. Those other guys did it. Those other guys are the demons.
And so it's not news that JKIA doesn't have a canopy for shielding passengers. It's a fact.
But is there a plan to?
Yes, there is a plan. So the plan that we have as Kenya is that I promised the country that we are going to leverage on private sector, and our thinking now is to find ways of getting private sector investment to come in and build a new terminal and build a new JKIA. What I want to tell Kenyans, because the plans are still in very infant stage, we're working out how best we can do that, is to promise the people of Kenya that by the time we are going to the next elections, you will have a new terminal, at least complete or almost complete. That will make JKIA a more competitive airport with facilities that are enviable and make us JKIA.
Yeah, still on the promise that we will do. What are you doing right now? I think that's the bigger question. Because from what I can tell, the plan is when it's near the time for elections, while we can remember things, is when they'll be doing and hurrying things so that we can remember them for their re-election. And let's listen. Let's see what Larry had to reply to this. So Larry said that this is premium gaslighting and deflecting, trivializing the issues. JKIA is 66 years old, 30 years older than him. You don't need a pre-election terminal to build canopies for the existing ones. Facts. I didn't suddenly discover how bad JKIA. I have complained about this for 10 years. At least. So this is back in 2014 when he came with receipts. So it's the perfect beef where this side is just spreading an agenda while this side has facts. So this is in 2014, close to 10 years ago, he was complaining about it. So fun fact, JKIA is the only major airport where passengers wander on the air side looking for aircraft like a treasure hunt. And I think this is a very sad thing because it's an international airport where anyone coming to our country will experience it. Investors coming to this country will go through that. Tourists coming to this country will go through that. And that's the face of our country. And if the face of our country is that bad, what does it show about us? Like, as much as Masai Mara is good, as much as Nairobi is good, the face of the country. I really get Larry Madowo's complaint. This is the face of the country. This is what people see before anything else. This is the image of the country before they see anything or anyone else. They arrive at JKIA, the investors coming to invest. Then they find that this country they're coming to invest in, their airport, which they claim to be international, is into international standards. Or what is international? International, that it must be able to compete closely to those other guys, like the people in US, people in Dubai. Like, it doesn't have to be there, but it has to be close to. So if you were to rank JKIA, most people won't give it a 5-star. Some people won't even give it a 4-star, because you won't rank it with the level of airports in Dubai or New York or in London or even in Cape Town. If I don't have to compare it to the Europe world, but even here in our continent, we have one of the best economies in Africa. So why is it that we still have this? And this guy says that it has been there. So it being there and being bad doesn't. And this is what Larry clapped back by. So Larry said, when stupidity is considered patriotism, it's unsafe to be intelligent. It was a quote by Isaac Asimov. And what he's trying to deliver is so true. We've put ourselves to a level that we accept too much mediocrity, that such a guy can go to television and claim that I found that problem, so I don't care about it. I'll fix it when I want. I'll fix it when I'm ready. And their government resources is the current, he's the one in charge of that ministry as per now. But he says that, not my problem. It has been there ever since. It being there ever since doesn't mean that it's good. People used to mistreat women for a very long time. That didn't mean it was a good thing. Because the change must start from somewhere, and we thought it will start from you. It will start from you, because we are moving forward, and it's time. We've noticed it for a very long time, and we're just telling you what we told those other guys. So the fact that those other guys didn't correct it doesn't mean that it has to stay like that for years and years. Because if he was complaining about it back in 2014, and now we're in 2024, meaning it's 10 years later, and the same problem, we're still facing the same issue, and you've been in power for that long, you also complained about it. Like, Larry came with facts. So this is Larry proving to Murkomen that he also had complained about the same airport is now leading, and the same airport is now gaslighting the other guy about. So here it is. So here's Kipchumba Murkomen saying, the traffic jam at JKIA gate is terrible. The airport ain't looking international. That was him in 2014. And Larry came with receipts. Even him, he used to think that the airport was pathetic. But now he's in power. It's now the best thing that he has ever seen. It's the best thing that if you call it out, you are, when you went up a Jew, you've seen other things, now you are. But even him complained about it. And back then they were agreeing on the same thing with Larry, because Larry responds, that's a shame at AMS, JKF, or even nobody's checked at the entry, but security is top of the range. He was replying to the same tweet by Kipchumba Murkomen. But then years later, He's saying it has been like that and he doesn't care about it. So here's another tweet of him also complaining. You can never quite tell the magnitude of JKIA disaster unless you're working on doing business or traveling via JKIA. This is Kipchumba Murkomen complaining about the JKIA is now praising. So back then it was that bad. He was noticing. But now it's bad, but he doesn't care. It is the problem of the old regime. So it's only bad if you're not in control of it. Once you're in control of it, it's no longer bad. And this is in 2013. Let's look for another receipt. So with that, Kipchumba also went ahead and wrote a very lengthy message. Let's go through some of it. And I know most of it is just gaslighting and sticking to his own narrative. But I don't think our forefathers... So this was a message to Larry. I don't think our forefathers and my predecessors were mediocre.
Oh my God! I may not be your best, and I don't claim to be, but I'm the one you have.
Son of soil, nekadeli maombi.